before I start the asset retirement process, that is the sale of asset retirement process. So as I discussed that today we are going to cover that retirement of sale. Accounting, financial accounting. Just we need to come to the fixed assets. In the fixed asset, we need to come to the posting. And here there is a concept called as retirement. F-92. There is with customer. ABA0N is nothing but sale of asset without customer here. Means you are going to be selling without the customer and with customer. F-92 is with customer. When you want to sell the asset to a customer. So once you have completed the depreciation, once you completed the useful life or something like in asset master record, we are giving the useful life. How many people have been tried out the sale of asset? How many people have been tried out posting of sale of asset? No one?
I have not tried in S4HANA, but I've done in FICO.
No, in your practice system. So
Yeah,
in your practice system now, in the current, in the regular system, how many of you have practiced? No one has practiced. No one has posted the sale of asset account. Okay. So first of all, just let me go to the AW01N. Okay, we know that AW01N is nothing but which is the display of the assets. So I'm just looking out for one asset. I hope, okay, 1 second, not in this server, not in this server. We are using the regular server. AW01N, AS03. So I'm just going for one company code and I'll display the asset number. Okay, spinning machine. And here, if I go into the asset values, okay, so if I go into the asset values, so this asset has been acquired, okay, retirement of current year asset acquisition with retirement, okay, so the retirement has been done. Now here you can see that, okay, now let me create one more asset and I'll do the retirement of the asset, or let me go with one more asset which we have that. Acquisition value. So we have posted that this is the acquisition value of an asset. So if I see here acquisition value, so the acquisition value is going to be this much. Okay, now we have done the depreciation calculation for the month of February, sorry, month of January. The depreciation has been calculated here. Now this is what exactly the planned depreciation value. Now, can somebody tell me what is the table to look out for the planned depreciation values? See, as I told you that in asset accounting, when there is a technical changes have been happened, when we see there are some technical changes have been happened in asset accounting, we discussed that there are two tables are very, very important for us. Three tables are very, very important for us. One is all the actuals are going to be stored. All the actuals, I'm talking about the actuals. All the actuals are going to be stored in which table? Come on, nobody is talking here except one. What happened to others?
AC DOCA table.
AC DOCA table. What about the planned values?
FAT underscore plan underscore values.
FAT underscore plan underscore values. So you can see that all the planned values are going to be stored in a different table and actuals are going to be stored in a different table actually. Now, what is the change which have been happened in the depreciation calculation for an asset in SAP S/4HANA before and after? If I want to calculate a depreciation of an asset, what is the transaction code I had to use? This I never expected from nobody, please. I want everybody to be talk in the class.
They mean depreciation run,
Depreciation run, I'm talking about the depreciation run. What is the transaction code for using the depreciation run and what are the changes we have been observed before and after means in ECC and in SAP S/4HANA? No, I not expected from this you all of you, please. I not expected, please. I not expected from anybody like keeping it calm.
The depreciation run you do AFAB, right?
No, yes, AFAB is the transaction code. Now I'm asking the question here is, what is the change you observed, all of you, because certification question before and after, how the depreciation program has been modified and what is the new depreciation program we are using right now? Please don't open any books or something like systems in front of you. I just want to be very, because in the certification, we are not allowing to open any kind of books or system. So we had to write the certification. At least tell me what is the new program for the depreciation calculation.
FAA underscore depreciation underscore post.
No.
That's a new program, right? FAA.
That's AFAB.
AFAB is the transaction code. AFAB is the transaction code. What is the change? Just tell me now. Okay, so okay, Venkat has told the depreciation program name FA underscore depreciation underscore post. Okay, now exactly it is going to be the correct. Why the system has changed? Why the SAP has changed the program for the old depreciation calculation to the new depreciation calculation? What changes we have been brought on in the new depreciation calculation SAP S/4HANA? Okay, tell me the difference between the classic depreciation calculation. Tell me the difference between the classic asset accounting and the new asset accounting. Classic asset accounting and the new asset accounting.
Tables have changed, right?
No.
The table structure has changed.
No. What do you understand? Okay, in SAP S/4HANA, all the depreciation areas have equal powers. What do you understand by the statement? What do you understand by statement that all the depreciation areas in asset accounting are having equal powers?
Like lifetime, we have a calculation.
No.
The real time calculation.
No.
Or the data is saved in this the new table.
No, no, no. Okay, I'll put one more question to all of you, okay? What are the major technical changes in asset accounting when you're posting an asset acquisition? What are the changes in asset accounting? Okay, major changes in accounting while you're posting an asset acquisition.
I'm posting the all local gap and all thing. That's the one.
Can you give an example for asset? For example, I have posted an asset acquisition. So can you tell me any accounting entry at the time of asset acquisition?
Asset debit and cash credit.
No. Asset acquisition, I'm talking, sir.
Yeah, so you bought an asset, right?
So why the cash will come into the picture?
So you have to pay for that asset.
Check once again, sir. Check once again while you're posting an asset. Don't worry. No, no, no. What is the difference between the ledger approach and account approach?
So basically, for ledger approach, you have
Mm.
the same of GL accounts, but based on the ledger for the reporting accounting principle, you use different ledgers to post to ledger groups, basically.
No
But
worry.
so accountants approach.
No, 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 no. No, sir, no, sir, no, sir. Statement is making conflict over here, so it is not like that. This means that no one is practicing the system after the class. Definitely. Nobody is following the simplification list. Nobody is going through the simplification list. Definitely, sir. No, I never expected this from anybody, please. We are at most to complete the syllabus within two to three sessions. But when I'm asking a question which we have done it in the last sessions, okay, this means that what level we are practicing in the class, or sorry, outside the class after we complete the class. Really, I'm telling this batch, especially for your batch, I have taken a special interest. Why? Because there are some non-SAP background people out there. Okay, so for whom I have taken as a complete end-to-end process session like that. Because this is the first class. I told you in the before also, I never been taught for any kind of batches in a very deeper way of how I'm teaching right now for your batch. This I never expected, please. How many people, tell me now, how many of you worked on the down payment? Because I shown one example, down payment is equal to your current assets. So how many people have been practiced if the down payment is greater than or less than in the system? I know no one has practiced because I've gone through the system actually. I have given the assessment. No one has posted any kind of down payments in the system as of now. Why? So I'll do one thing. Let me post this. Okay, let me post this asset retirement process now. Now, then I will. Okay, we'll see. Okay, now once again, I'll ask some more questions on this. Now, here you can see this is the asset acquisition. We have acquired an asset of $850.150 USD. Okay, this is the asset acquisition. Now, if I go into the posted values, this is the asset acquisition value. Completely, you can see here, this is the asset acquisition value. The total, okay, the total depreciation is going to be the 85.9. Total depreciation, planned depreciation is going to be this much, okay? So this is complete the value of the asset. Now, we have run the depreciation. We have run the depreciation for the period of 1. That is going to be called as the January as a depreciation of 9,740. This is the depreciation value. You can see here, it is in the green color. You have posted the value successfully. Now, if I go into the comparison, Here you can find the net book value. Net book value is nothing but, okay, so this is what exactly the diminishing value, net book value, what is the current net book value for the particular year, and what is the total acquisition, and this is going to be the acquisition. This is what your ordinary depreciation yearly. How much value the ordinary depreciation is going to be calculated, and what is the diminishing, that is the net book value you're going to be seeing here. Now, let us assume that after 1 month, okay, due to some issues in my company, I would like to sell this asset to a customer. I would like to sell this asset to a customer now. Now, I'll go to the sale of assets. Now, today, let us assume that today we are going to be selling the asset to a customer. 15/03/2019 is the date. Now, I'm writing here sale of asset. Now 01 means we are going to be selling the asset to a customer. We are going to be selling an asset to a customer here. Now here, which customer you are going to be taking? So I'm taking the customer to whom the asset is going to be sold. So I'm taking the selling of the asset. So the customer is going to be the, okay, yeah, the customer is going to be the debit. Why? Because we are selling the asset to a customer. The customer account will become the debit over here. Now, here you can see here. Now this is very, very important. Now what is the total amount you are going to be solely sell to the customer? Because here the acquisition value is going to be this much. And if I see the net book value, here the net book value is going to be the 764.552 is the net book value for the current year. For the current year, after you remove the depreciation of 85.57, that okay, the net book value is going to be this much. But in this case, I had never calculated because I am selling the asset to you in the month of March, because I have run my asset on 1st of April, 1st of January, and I completed the February. Okay, now I'm selling the asset for your month of March, means I should not take this value. I should not take the net book value of 764.552. Why? Because I have not even completed the total 1 year if I want to sell this asset. Now, what I will do here, just I will calculate the total depreciation amount for this 3 months. Okay, out of from this for 850.150, and I'll post the depreciation. Or if I want to go for the gain of assets, now what I will do, I'm just copying this amount. I'll put it over here. Now I want to sell based on the profit. So what I will do, I'll put it as a 9 lakhs. Okay, see here, very, very important. Now I'm taking it as 8 lakhs. All right, I'll go with 9 lakhs. Okay, so 50,000 extra, because I want to see the profit on sale of asset now. Okay, right, because I'm not going to be based on the depreciation. Now I'm writing a sale of asset. Now I'm selling an asset to a customer. Okay, your asset will become, okay, now here you're going to be selling the asset to a customer here. Very, very important here. Okay, now when you are going to be doing the sale of asset, whether you want to do the complete retirement or the partial retirement. Complete retirement is nothing but a complete asset is going to be sold, or a partial retirement is nothing but a percentage of the retirement of an asset we are going to be selling to a customer. Okay, now here I have given the 01. Now I'll give, okay, very, very important here. Now I'll give the 50 sale of asset account. Sale of asset account. So goes, okay, so let me take this. What is the sale of asset account? Okay, let me go into the okay, what is the account we have been assigned in the integration wise. I'll go to the financial accounting, asset accounting, and I'm coming to the integration here. Integration, assign the GL accounts. So chart of depreciation, it is asking for the chart of depreciation. Let me go and see what is the account determination key. What is the account? This is the asset master record. The account determination key is, okay, 550040. Now here, okay, clearing asset revenue. Okay, this is the sale of asset account. The account number I'm using is 2003. Okay, this is what exactly I can call it as a clearing account with revenue. Okay, because I'm just making the revenue account. Okay, so this account I'll take it for the sale of asset. So I'm just putting over here. Okay, the transaction number is sale of asset with customer. So I'm taking is with revenue. So the transaction is going to be the 210. 210 is nothing but the sale of asset. Okay, when you are acquiring an asset from a customer, it is 100. Okay, but here I'm doing the sale of asset with customer. So 210 is the transaction type which I'm going to be taking, and press enter. Why it is asking the asset number? Yeah, so I'll just remove the 210. Why? Because we are selling the. I'll give now. Okay, now giving this amount. Okay, now 50 is for the credit. Now you can see here. Now, okay, I'm seeing this amount. Now I'm doing that the debit is equal to the credit. 01 is the customer debit and 50 is the credit. So which account you're crediting now? Okay, this sale of asset account has to be get credited now. Okay, now this sale of asset has to be get credited. Now I'm crediting an amount of, okay, the same amount debit is equal. Now actually my acquisition value is 8,50,000, but I'm selling of asset is more than 8,50,000. Let me see how the accounting entry is going to be shown. It is not a loss, it is a gain for me now. Okay, now I'm doing the complete asset retirement here. So how do I know that which asset I'm going to be retiring? Because if I see in the debit and credit, I never assigned any kind of asset number. Which asset you're going to do the debit and credit? How do I know that? So here there is an option which is going to be called as asset retirement. You can see here there is a concept, there is a field which is going to be called as asset retirement type. If you select this asset retirement tab, very important, I'm selecting this asset retirement tab over here. Now once you select this asset retirement tab, when you go for a document and when you click on the simulate, very important to all of you. So when I click on the simulate, the system has to display one more pop-up box. The system has to display the pop-up box to me. So I'm just clicking on simulate, press enter. Now I'm pressing enter because I'm doing the complete asset retirement here. So you can see here retirement. Now I just simulating the asset now.
Mahesh, you haven't provided the asset number, right? Which you want to return.
No. That's asset number. Now I have to enter now. I have to enter now. The system will display one pop-up box. So in that pop-up box, I need to enter the asset number. Okay, see here. This is the pop-up box actually I'm expecting. Okay, now here, this is the pop-up box. Why? Because once you select this asset retirement tab here, okay, now when you go and click on simulate, the new asset retirement tab will coming over here. Now which asset you want to retire? Now here you need to provide the asset number. So what is the asset number here? Okay, you want to go for the retirement. So here, this is the asset. Okay, now I just want to go for the retirement. So I'm selecting the asset number and give the asset number here. Okay, now let me come back. Why? Because there should not be any screen should be opened. Okay, now I've given the asset number. Now here value date is going to be the today's date, because asset retirement date we can call it as. Okay, you want to go for the complete retirement of asset, or you want to go for the partial retirement of the asset? Here you can see here. If it is a complete retirement of asset, select the checkbox. If it is a complete retirement of asset, you just select the checkbox because you are going for a complete retirement. No, I just want to go for a partial retirement means don't select the checkbox. What is the partial retirement amount, and what is the if you are not okay, what is the percentage of the asset you are going to be selling, or if it is a quantity means what is the quantity you are going to be selling this asset. So here these are the values you need to enter for the partial retirement, not for the complete retirement. If you want to go for a complete retirement, you need to select the checkbox. Checkbox will tell you about the complete retirement process about the asset here. Now assume that I am going for a complete retirement. Now I'll press enter. Okay, now yes, now the sale of asset. Now I'm going for a complete retirement. Here you can see here. Okay, complete retirement of an asset. Now if I click on this asset accounting tab, this is the new simulation which has come after the retirement in my SAP S/4HANA. Now you can see here new tab has been getting displayed over here now. Okay, now if I click on this simulation of asset accounting, this is the simulation of your general ledger. You can see here, this is the general ledger. Okay, your customer account is getting debited, and your asset sales account is getting credited here. Okay, now I just want to see the accounting entry at the point of asset accounting side. Now I'm clicking on. Now here you can see here, these are going to be now in the last. If you see here, this is the accounting entry when you see the sale of asset accounting entry when you're posting an asset here. See here, this is very, very important. So these are the GL accounts. Okay, very, very important. These are going to be the GL accounts we are posting to an asset here. Okay, this is the clearing account, this is the gain, and this is what your accumulated depreciation, and this is the sale of asset account, and this is your acquisition account in the asset, and this is the sundry creditors account. You can see here complete. Now the complete flow of asset accounting is going to be displayed here, which is going to be called as asset retirement process now. Before you posting, you have to verify this account. This is very, very important for us to see that asset retirement is going to be done. Okay, so what are the accounts which are getting updated in my asset accounting when I am going to do this asset retirement process? So definitely this is very, very important for us. So every account is very, very important. Now first I'll go for this account. Now it is telling the sundry data. Sundry data actually we call it as a customer account. In the customer there is a reconciliation account. The reconciliation account is going to be called as a 4,000. Now if I click on, now if I go to FS00, see here, this is going to be called as sundry data account, which is the recon account, which is the recon account in the customer master record. Now this is what exactly we can call it as asset acquisition. So asset number is 201, but every asset is a recon account. There is the what is the recon account here? 4100. So this is the 4100. See here, this is the recon account. Let me go into the asset level also now. I'll go this account. I'll where exact from where it has come. So if I go into the SPRO, IMG, financial accounting, asset accounting. If I go into the integration, if I go into the assignment of GL accounts, now here, just I'll go to the same charter. Okay. Now this is what exactly, now you can see here, this is what exactly which is going to be called as the APC value. Okay. So this is called as a reconciliation account for an asset. Okay, so 4100. You can see here, this is what exactly 4100 is going to be called as the reconciliation account. So in this accounting entry, if I come and see this accounting entry here, so this is 4100 is the reconciliation account of the asset, and this is the sale of asset account. This is the sale of asset account. So the sale of asset account we have given. Oh, we have given wrongly or we are correct? Okay, so yeah, it is 2. Okay, sale of asset account. asset sales with revenue. Okay. Now, this is what exactly we are going to be seeing about the accumulated depreciation and the depreciation. Okay, if I double click on the depreciation, you can see here 3004 is the account number. 3004 is the account number. You can see here, this is the accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation is going to be the debit. Okay, so this is accumulated depreciation account for the, okay, now for the complete asset retirement, which is completely accumulated. This is the yearly, and this is what exactly you can see here, accumulated depreciation for the current three periods. Okay, that is January, February, and March, and this is completely yearly. This is 85.597 is going to be called as yearly. So if I go into the asset here, if I go into the asset AS03 or AS02, if I go into this asset here, if I see the value, see here, if I see the value here, so this completely yearly, okay, this completely yearly, if I just scroll down, okay, if I scroll down, you can see here, this is completely yearly. Okay, means fiscal year start, okay, 85.597.30 is completely yearly depreciation for which year? For 2019. Now here you can see here 597 is completely yearly, but on the yearly, so what is the total accumulation? Because you have sold the asset in the mid of the year, that in the month of March. Okay, so if I calculate the accumulated depreciation for January, February, and in the mid of the March, so the total value which is going to be coming as a 22,936.58. This is what exactly my accumulated depreciation as on date here. You can see here. This is going to be the debiting of your asset, and this is the clearing account revenue for asset sale. This is the clearing account, means whenever you are selling an asset to a customer, so this is what exactly we can call it as the clearing account. So if I go into the clearing account 2003, this is what exactly we can call it as a clearing account for asset revenue. So this account will come out from the integration point of view. And last but not the least, and this is the gain. 2004 is the gain on sale of an asset. So if I go here, if I again once again go to the SPRO, see here, this is the gain. Means I'm selling an asset more than, okay, 2004 is the gain on sale of asset account. Okay, so 2004 is going to be called as the gain on sale of an asset here. So these are the GL accounts you had to observe here before you posting of the GL account. Now this is what exactly based on the ledger approach. Okay, you can see here the ledger group is going to be, your period is going to be the third period you're going to be selling on of an asset. Ledger group is going to be the 0L. And if you want to go and see another ledger, we have two ledgers. One is the GL, that is going to be the OL. Another one we have the US GAAP also. You can, if you want to switch on to the US GAAP, this is going to be the US GAAP method. Okay, N1. So now the complete asset retirement and the asset acquisition is getting posted based on the ledger approach and the account principal level. Now this is what exactly my asset retirement process. Now if I go back, I simulated this. Now if I want to go back, okay, now there is an option which is going to be called as a post here. Okay, now if I click on the post, now okay, 3003, okay, 303 is my document number. 303 is nothing but my document number after I sold an asset to a customer. Now if I go from the document and if I display here, there is an option which is going to be called as a display. If I click on the display, now you can see here complete, okay, the asset retirement. And if I want to see the asset accounting entry, okay, this is what exactly the asset accounting entry which I explained you just now here, This is what asset accounting entry. And this is the general ledger. If you want to view the general ledger, sundry debtors and the asset revenue with revenue, okay, this is the general ledger account you are going to be seeing. So this is the complete posting now. I'll go to the asset now. I'll just go back. Again, I come back, AS03. Now again, I'm displaying the same asset. If I click on the asset value, now here, complete, it will be showing the list here. You can see here. Now, okay, this is what your acquisition value. Here you can see, this is what the acquisition value, and this is the transaction type for posting. And what is the transaction type? Asset retirement with revenue. And what is the retirement revenue you are going to be? So the total asset value is 850, but I posted for 9 lakhs. Okay, 150 here. The ordinary depreciation which has calculated, this is ordinary depreciation for the complete year. You can see this is ordinary depreciation for the year. And if I click on the comparison, you can see here, because you have sold the asset here, but even though the useful life is 10 years, but I sold the asset for the complete now, as of now, you can see here the complete asset value and the ordinary depreciation is getting calculated for 3 months. Okay, and the adjusted value is going to be the 800, and the net book value is going to be this much, and you have sold the asset. Okay, this is the rate, and you're gaining the asset of 1.58.553.8. This is the gain of the sale of asset account. Means this asset has been completely sold out. This asset has been completely sold out within a revenue. Now this asset, now if I go to the asset master record, now what I'm going to do, now I'll go to the asset master record. If there is a tab is there, if you click on this, now automatically this is going to be your capitalization date, and automatically if you see here, deactivation date will be triggering automatically. Means deactivation date is nothing but this is what exactly we call it as asset retirement. Now the asset has been completely deactivated, means there will be no more transactions are going to be done for this particular asset. Why? Because this asset has been sold to a customer. Now 15/03/2019 is nothing but your deactivation date. Clear, all of you?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah, Mahesh, yeah, this is okay.
Yes. Now, Monday is going to be final test for you, all of you, because I want to analyze the chapters which I'm going to be covering is general ledger, accounts payable, account receivable, and asset accounting. So complete 4 modules. I am going to be giving an asset retirement, complete test. I am going to give you about, really this is final, I'm telling all of you, these 2 days, I need a sincere practice from everybody so that I can evaluate you and I can give some certification questions based on your answers. So Monday will be the examination.
Mahesh, I cannot do that on Monday. I'm going for conference for 2, like Saturday evening only I'll come. Saturday night, I cannot do this.
But try it out, okay? At least try it out. Okay, so I'm giving some time to today also actually. So just okay, just take the today's time, okay, whatever the time which has been given. So just utilize all of you. Just prepare for the exam and come back on Monday so that, okay, so let me see at what level we are doing the practice and at what level we are understanding the concepts of scenarios. Because Monday I'll just half an hour I'll take the exam and half an hour I'll go with the Fury. And the Fury exam, the Fury, how the Fury is already, I think I explained, but one more time I'll take you to the Fury and let me explain you the Fury concepts on Monday.